Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Malorn here, and I'm here with another wonderful video for you guys today. So today I'm currently in my Polarian's castle. This is just a little castle block area that I built for it. Anyway, so the point of this video actually has nothing to do with the castle blocks, though I really do like castle blocks. It's one of my favorite features of the game as far as housing goes. We are going to be seeing some of my mounts. I've got a very extensive mount collection. I don't know about very extensive, but it's pretty large. First will be on my Storm Wizard, and then I've got a couple of mounts on some of my other wizards that I'd like to show as well. You may have seen them in some of my previous videos. I'm not sure if I've used them in any videos or not, but without further ado, as the cliche saying goes, let us begin. So, I've got a lot of temporary mounts. We're not going to be showing off the temporary mounts. I might, like, click the little picture. For the most part, I usually only keep the 7-day ones, but if it's a mount that really intrigues me, I keep the temporary 1-day mounts as well. Why do I do this? I have no idea. I just do. Sometimes I do whenever my backpack, if I have no membership and my backpack is starting to fill up, I usually trash them. But at this point, I've got so much storage throughout all of my wizards with all of the vaults and stuff, and the fact that you can get 250 backpack space on all your wizards now, and bank space is at 150, and I've got 30 different castles that I can set stuff in, all with a ridiculous amount of space in them. Well, I can have 30 houses. I only have 27 right now, but I don't really have to worry all that much about storage on my wizard anymore. That's not a problem for me. Anyways, so let's go ahead and show off some of these mounts. The first one I want to show you guys is the Inca Sword. Now, whenever I was a young wizard traveling, adventuring in Aztec, I had this friend, and I'm pretty sure the guy was rich because he was always buying crowns. And he all of a sudden, out of the blue, just gifted it to me. He was like, hey, you want a mount? I'm like, sure. He's like, okay, do you want the Inca Sword or the Triceratops? I was like, you pick. So he sent me this, and I was like, alright. First, I thought he was kidding, and it turns out he was not kidding at all. Like, this is like 7,500 crowns. I don't use this one very much, though, because honestly, it doesn't, like with my wizard, it really doesn't fit. I'm dressed in Marley Bone. Come on. Well, I mean, I've got the style. My stats are definitely not Marleybone stats. Oh. I mean, if I saw this on a Marleybonian wizard, like a level 30, I'd be freaking out. Anyways, next up is the Quillin, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, Quillin Dual Chariot. It's a 2-person mount. So obviously it's a permanent one. Obviously you get it from a bundle. Comes with the Acropolis Castle, all that fancy schmancy stuff. I think the bundle's actually expired now, but it's a 2-person mount. Someone rides in the back, you ride on the front, and again, it does not look good on my wizard, so I rarely ever use it, unless I actually need a 2-person mount, in which case it's usually the first one on the list, so I just double click it and use that, because I'm in. Alright, next up is that's a 7-day balance whirlwind, but I don't actually own a permanent version of that. 1-day Batwing, don't own a permanent version. B-Wings, obviously you get this from the Amber Estate bundle. Not sure what that's called, but I'm fairly certain it's expired now too. That seems to be a pretty common theme these days. A lot of the older mounts are starting to expire, so Anyways, so yeah, it just kind of flutters. Turn the sound on, see if it makes a noise. The sound is on. Yeah, it makes a little noise. I don't know how to do that. Anyways, it makes a little bug noise, a little bug noise. Like you're flying around. I really don't like mounts with wings on them though. I never have liked them. I don't like using them. Alright, next up we have the Bengal Tiger. Now, this is one, I think you can get it for gold in the Crown shop, so that's why I bought it. I used to own a Black Panther. I don't know what happened to that. It just disappeared. But little Bengal Tiger. Nothing special about him. I do kind of like it though. Like, if it was purple, I would definitely ride it around. Purple and yellow. Would definitely use this instead of the flying carpet, but it's not, so. I do occasionally ride it around. Whenever I get really bored of my flying carpet, I'll change to one of these. I just like the way it looks when I'm riding it. Like, it just kind of hops, and then my cape flies up, and I like the way that my wizard bends forward like he's trying to stay on the back. I don't know, I just like the way it looks, but the mount itself does not match my outfit, and I don't have any desire to change the way my wizard is currently dressed. So, kind of in a bit of a situation here. Next up, I got a one-day Black Stallion. I think I have a permanent, yeah. Got a permanent Black Stallion too. Again, I like the way it looks when my wizard's riding him, but he does not match. So, not really the mount that I use. In fact, I don't use most of my mounts for that exact reason. Some of them I do use because they are convenient for certain situations in the game. Or I'll like move them to another wizard if they need a mount. Anyways. Next up, we've got the Blue Dragon. Got this a while ago. I think I got it from a pack. I can't remember exactly which one. Me, personally, I'm not too big on the way this mount looks. It doesn't look terrible. I like the way it moves, but it just, it looks silly to me. Like, just look at that. It's like a weird-looking dragon. He's got a, definitely got a big butt. That's for sure. He's got a nice little hump back there. And he's smiling. He's freaking smiling, and then just look at those eyes. Alright, I don't like the way he looks. Alright, he's not supposed, dragons aren't supposed to smile. Okay, they're supposed to look really angry all the time and breathe fire. So, maybe I'm kind of closed-minded. Who knows? Alright, next up, we have Blue Fairy Wings. Obviously, after a blue candy cane mount one day. Blue Fairy Wings. I don't know where I got these. I have no recollection, no memory whatsoever of ever obtaining these wings. I have no idea where they came from. But I just kind of woke up one morning, I logged on onto my account, and they were there. Obviously, I doubt that's actually how they got there. I'm sure that I got them from a pack, or maybe from a boss, or I have no idea, but I did. As far as I'm concerned, I woke up one morning and they were on my account. And I was like, okay. So I now have Blue Fairy Wings. Alright, next up, we got a one-day camel mount. That's actually a reward that you get from a quest. So, that's where I got that. That I got from a pack. It's the Cast Symbol Fire 7-day version. Again, I have it just because I don't have the permanent one. This is the Celestial Carpet. This isn't the one that I usually use, and I'm trying to remember where you get this. It's either from a quest or I gave it to everyone as a reward. I can't remember exactly if it was a code or a quest, but anyways, point being, it does look kind of cool. Again, I don't use it because it doesn't match my attire, but I do like the nice little star, sun, and moon symbol on it. I don't know, I feel like it... I feel like if my wizard's gear was a different color, like yellow and orange or something, I might use this mount, because that's kind of the color code that goes with it. But then I'd also have to change my wand, and I really like carrying around the emerald and stuff. I've got so many excuses. I know I've got a reason for everything. At the end of the day, me not using a certain mount will come down to whether or not it matches my gear, and at the end of the day, there's not that many mounts in the game that are anywhere near matching the gear that I use, except for the magic carpet, which is gold and purple. Very convenient. Alright, I kind of built my wizard's color code around the fact that that mount matched what I was looking for at the time. Alright, the next one is the Celestial Wolf. You get this from the Botanical Garden Bundle. Now, I obtained this like 3 years ago. I think it was a birthday present for me. I was like 15 years old. No, that would make me... That'd make me 16? I was 16 at the time. So 15 or 16. I'm 19 now. I'm not sure if it was 3 or 4 years ago. It was one of those. I got it a really long time ago. But yeah, I kind of like the fact that it looks like it has a little glow around it. I don't like the way it moves. Just, I mean, our wizards aren't very big. So I think the fact that it's a larger mount kind of makes the way our wizard rides it, it kind of makes it look stupid. You know, like, look at that. My wizard's butt, it's not even touching the saddle. It's just going up and down, but it never actually goes all the way down. You know, it's like I'm doing squats while I'm riding my freaking mount. Okay, that's disturbing. I'm sorry. Next up, we've got the Chestnut Oni mount. This I have so many things to say about this one. The smile on this mount is just no. And then with like the hairstyle, I can't tell if he's angry or if he's happy. Like, is he mad that I'm always that there's a wizard on his back and that he's got that weird thing around his mouth? I'm not sure, but like, if you look at it from a certain angle, it looks like a smile, like that, and then it looks like he's just PO'd, you know, like he's just not ready for this, for the day to start at all. He needs his cup of coffee, he needs to spend $7 at Starbucks. That's what this guy needs, alright? He needs $7 or $8 coffee, okay? It doesn't matter if the $2 coffee is the exact same thing. He needs to spend $7 or $8 on his coffee so he feels special, so his day can begin, so he can have a good day, and so that frown will turn upside down. Yeah, so that frown will turn upside down. I guess when you smile though, your frown is actually turning right side up. So I'm not sure where that saying came from, but turn your frown upside down physically makes no sense. Alright, moving on. Okay, so we've got that. Now we have the Crocagator mount. Now, I got this mount from a pack, I think. It was either a pack or a boss drop. I can't remember. Again, I can't remember which one. I know. That's a pretty common theme. I don't have any recollection of where I got a lot of these mounts. I know that some of them I actually remember getting. Others, like the blue fairy wings or whatever, I don't remember ever obtaining. They just kind of appeared as far as I'm concerned. I like the fact that the alligator mount has his eyes like half open and half closed, like he's just tired as all get out. He's just running around. I like the way he runs too. He just kind of pats his feet really quick, but it looks like a little puppy dog, like a little chihuahua running, you know, running around. It's so adorable. Honestly though, and this is where it gets me, the color is not right. But this time there is another one. I also don't like the way the wizard sits on them. Kind of looks silly to me. I mean, at least let my cape go down. Like, I'm not even moving, and it looks like the wind is pushing my cape around. What if I'm in a place like a swamp, and there's not supposed to be any wind there, but yet somehow my cape is still doing that? That makes no sense. I know it's Wizard101, maybe it's like magic or something, but don't get me wrong, whenever I'm moving, I like my cape to be flying around like that. I like it. But whenever I'm stopped, I don't. Here's another thing that I look for when I'm on a mount. If my wand isn't, if I'm not able to show my wand as I'm on a mount, I don't want to use that mount. I don't want to. There are some mounts that are the exception, like the Bengal Tiger or the Panther mount, where they just look so cool that the fact that I'm not able to show my, you know, amazing wand off, it kind of, you know, cancels out. It's like, okay, or evens out, I guess. It's like, okay, this mount looks really cool. The way I ride it looks really cool. It doesn't match the clothes that I'm wearing, but at the same time, you know, I still might use it on occasion whenever I'm having like a mount party or something. Who knows, PvP party. Still might use it because it looks cool. But I would not. I would use this more as a silly thing because it looks silly. I mean, come on, really? Again, with the big butt too. I mean, honestly. And it looks like the saddle's like completely breaking my crocodile's or my alligator's spine. It's just like completely denting it down. I mean, come on. I mean, and again, my wizard's butt is hovering. It is hovering. I am doing some really low squats on this one. Oh Lord, that must be one heavy saddle. Why is the saddle even there? I'm not even sitting on it, and I'm not even grabbing the saddle. I'm grabbing its neck. There is no point for the saddle to be none at all. All right, next up we've got the Desert Racer, I actually do kind of like this one. It's got 2% power pip chance, so it's one of the few mounts in the game currently that gives stats. It's got 40% speed, so that's kind of average. It's the majority of mounts in this game. But I like the way it runs. I like the way that my wizard is actually holding on to the saddle that's mounted on the mount. I like the fact that my wizard's butt doesn't go up and freaking down every single time. And the way that the legs are positioned, my wizard's kind of floating or kind of hovering above it, but at the same time the legs are positioned in just the perfect way so that it actually looks like there's something tying me down to that mount other than the fact that my legs are touching its side and my arms are holding the saddle. Like, it actually kind of looks like its legs, like my legs are leaning against its whatever the heck this part of the body is on this thing. Anyways, moving on. That one, I think, I got that from a pack. Again, I can't remember which one. Was it a pack? No, not a pack. That was with the Mirage Raiders bundle, which, by the way, is a really cool bundle. It was just a really cool castle that I really like. There's a lot of reallys in that sentence. The next one, I got this one recently because I bought some crowns. It's the dual DraganFlyer mount, and it was on sale, so I decided to get it cheap. And it is a 2-person mount, one of the few that are available in the crown shop. It was also, I think, one of the first 2-person mounts available in the crown shop, other than like the Trent, which I really don't like. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, the Trent or Trent, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm not a big fan of the way that that mount looks. I don't like standing trees. It's stupid to me. Personally, if I got the mount for free, I wouldn't mind keeping it in my collection, because again, it's a collection. I can't be picky and choosy. It's a mount, goes in my collection. I like the fact that it just did that. Also, I like the fact that you can ride it around and you can have 2 wizards on it. One wizard goes on the back saddle, wizard goes on the front saddle, and it's actually a 2-person mount that doesn't look stupid when you have multiple people on it. Quillin Chariot looks stupid. Even the Hydra mount to me looks stupid when you have multiple people on it. Next up, let's see. FrostBang Tiger. Alright, the FrostBang Tiger is... Now, this is a crown shop mount. I got this one a while ago. This was another one that a friend gifted me, but the thing is, this time it wasn't just completely out of surprise. We had kind of placed a bet on a PvP match, and, you know, the winner got to choose the mount the other person had a gift on. There was a certain, limit to how expensive the mount could be, though. So, like, obviously the dual DraganFlyer at the time would have been, off limits, but yesterday when it was on sale, it would have been perfectly fine. So there was a limit on the price, but I ended up winning the match, which is a rare thing for me. I'm not the best at PvP. I'm not terrible at PvP, but honestly, whenever it comes to battling anyone over like a, 4th or 5th, see, I don't even know all their ranks. All right, like I can beat some veterans, I can beat some corporals, sergeants, whatever. Some of the slightly mid-rank people, I can take them on. Put me against a freaking warlord or a commander, I am done. It is over. Like, the second I get into that battle, it's capiche, kapoosh, done, over, I'm dead. 3 rounds, KO, knockout, 1 hit, over. Like, I already know the second I see that warlord badge, it is over for me. And I'm typically pretty confident in just about everything I do, but the second I see that warlord badge, I know it's gone. Because that, for me, that's experience. I have experienced hundreds, literally, I'm not even kidding, hundreds of battles over all the different PvP ages with commanders and warlords, and a vast majority of the time, I lose them. And I go in with a very confident attitude. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna beat this guy. This time, I'm gonna kick his butt. And it's like, nope, not happening. So I'm just like, alright, at a certain point, you have to be a realist, okay? Anyways, so this was a mount that I won from a PvP match. Alright, next up, got the Gloom Thorn Vine, and I actually got really lucky with this one. If I remember right, I think it was either a boss or a pack that I got. I know that whenever I got it, there was a really big sense of like shock, just absolute surprise at the fact that I had actually managed to obtain this mount. Because it's not an easy mount to get. It is a really rare mount. And the pack or boss that it comes from does not drop it very often. So, oh wow, looks really heavy. I think it's one of the Halloween packs actually. So it wasn't a boss. I think it's one of the Halloween packs. But yeah, I do like the way that this one looks. The only thing is, honestly, I mean, look at that. What is he doing? That's the only thing I don't like about this mount is the way that our wizard looks whenever he's standing on it and it's not moving. I don't mind, like I kind of like the way that he dances around trying to stay on top of it whenever it's moving, but when it's standing still, he looks ridiculous. He looks like he's, oh lord. I mean, okay, if I'm looking at him from the front, he looks fine, but like the second I do that, it looks like his freaking legs, like just absolutely, just completely twisted around the wrong direction. Oh, my poor wizard. I put him through a lot of agony. Alright, the next one is the Hippogriff mount. This one I actually got yesterday, or no, a couple of days ago. Point being, I got it from the pack. It looks stupid, it's a Hippogriff mount, it's not exactly supposed to look serious. Oh. Look at that big toothy smile. Oh my god, that's adorable. This is actually a pretty adorable mount. I might ride this one around when I'm just bored or like hanging out with friends. Look at those eyes though, he looks so sincere, like he actually freaking loves you, like there's, like a puppy dog almost. I feel like this would be a really loyal pet. Like if this were a real life pet, I feel like this one would just give you hugs every morning. Just completely crush you though. I mean, it's a freaking hippo. Anyways, hippos in real life though, they're supposed to be pretty mean. Like everyone thinks they're super nice animals, but they're super territorial. Oh, well, okay. He makes a nice little bellowing sound. He does not look like a bellowing hippo. I'm sorry. Looks like the kind of hippo that would make bird chirping noises or something. He's just so adorable. Alright, we're gonna move on from that one before I just fall in love. Alright, the next one is the Hydra mount. Now, the Hydra mount alone looks completely, and I am gonna cuss here, it looks badass. Alright, I love the way that this mount looks. It took me years to get this mount. When the pack first came out, I was dying to get this mount. Alright, it was on my wish list all the way through, well, everything. Everything I ever did was to get this mount. I'm not joking. Get a job. I'm gonna get the Hydra mount. Yeah. Get a driver's license. I'm doing this so I can get the Hydra mount. Because obviously that has some weird effect over the chances of getting the Hydra mount. Anyway, so I eventually bought like 60,000 crowns at some point in the last 2 years. Bought a bunch of Hydra packs, 2 or 3 years I think. And I ended up getting this mount, and when I saw it, I was freaking out. I was like, no way, but it was real. Anyways, point being, when you're actually riding it though, it looks stupid. Don't get me wrong, the fact that it's, you know, it's a 3-person mount, it holds 3 freaking people, that is cool. Okay, I like that. I like the fact that it does that. But just the way it moves is so stupid. It's ridiculous. I mean, I feel like I'd be tossed forward. Like if I were riding a bike. If I were riding a bike and I was leaning that far down, okay? Like there's a difference between leaning forward and bending your back. If you bend your back, you know, so that your spine's aligned when you're riding the bike, there's certain bikes where you kind of have to do that. But if you're leaning forward like this on your bike, first off, one, your legs are going to be lifted up a bit. You're leaning forward. You're going to flip over your handlebars. I'm going to be flipping over this Hydra mount. Like, if this weren't a video game and this wasn't about wizards and magic, I would be flipping over this Hydra's head. I would be flying off this freaking icy crevice right here and plummeting to my death. This is a dangerous mount. And then if you have 3 people on it, it looks even more ridiculous because they're all doing the same thing. And you're just sitting there like, oh my god, this is not safe. Who designed this mount? Alright, the next one is a 15-day, and you don't see that very often, 15-day Jeweled Scarab. I can't remember where I got this mount, but I've kept it because it's a 15-day mount, and that makes it pretty rare. You don't see those very often, like I said, so it does have some collector's value to it beyond just keeping it because I don't have any permanent versions. It has some collector's value to it beyond that. Honestly, though, I would probably never use it, even if I did have a permanent version. Looking at the image, it just looks pretty stupid, and then the way that the wings move, what is that? Anyways, all right. So the light blades, that's a relatively new mount. I have the 7-day version. I don't really like them. I mean, they're literally just roller skates with lights on them. So, not a big fan. Not a big fan. But I guess if you like simple mounts, that would be a really good way to go. I have 2 pairs of Lovelum wings because Omen Strybog freaking loved me. And he decided that I needed 2 pairs of his wings. Either that or I'm just a complete psychopathic killer and I chopped his wings off his back because that's the kind of person that I am. Point being, I have 2 pairs of these and I don't like the way they look. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong, they would look decent on a Death Wizard as long as the Death Wizard wasn't using a staff. If you have a really long wand and you're using this mount, it doesn't look good. Alright, you can't have something really long like that. Like maybe a sword wouldn't look too bad on this, but using a staff, it doesn't look good at all. And then obviously the fact that I'm dressed in purple and it's black, gray, and white, that doesn't really help either. Alright, moving on, we've got the Magic Carpet. This is the mount that I usually use for a decent reason. It's, you know, it's purple, it's gold, it's got pretty spirals on it. The fact that the thing on my back, what is that, the cape? Wow. The fact that my cape doesn't just kind of weirdly fly behind me, just straight up in the air the whole time when I'm standing still. The fact that it doesn't do that makes me very happy. Plus, this mount kind of goes back and forth, so the movement that my cape does make while I'm riding this mount actually makes sense. Alright, it doesn't have to be windy, there's a little bit of motion going on there, and I'm floating in the middle of the air. Just altogether, this mount really works with all of my expectations. Alright, it matches my gear. My wand, in contrast, isn't that bad. Obviously, my wand doesn't have any kind of gold on it, so that doesn't really help. But I think at a certain point, I had to kind of give up on my perfect dream, especially if part of the requirements were that the amaranthine staff had to be part of the equation. You know, I had to lower my requirements, my expectations just a little bit, and that's what I did. Altogether, it looks okay. Alright, I also like the way that my boots, when they touch it, it's like that little gold line right there. If you look over the foot of my wizard, you see a little gold strap going over my foot on the shoe. You know, they're armored shoes, so it kind of lines up with that little spiral going around there. You have to really pay attention to the detail for this, but I like the fact that it kind of lines up perfectly like that, you know? Anyways, moving on. The next few mounts, we've got the Manta Ray. I just got this one yesterday too. It's so adorable. It looks so clueless. It's like, where am I? What am I doing? Why am I not in the water? Why is it so freaking cold outside? And you just ride it around. I don't like the way it looks when you ride it. The look, I would never ride this mount for the look. I would never ride this mount just for the speed because I've got mounts with a lot that go a lot faster. But if I wanted to look absolutely silly and I was trying to make a statement, I would ride this mount. Because it looks clueless. If I had no idea what was going on at all, this would be my mount of choice. So it's almost the equivalent of playing certain music when you have certain emotions going on. You know, you play, you're sad, or maybe you want to feel happy, you play some sad jazz, or maybe something slightly more upbeat, you know, or maybe if you're feeling like the world's just completely failed you and, you know, you're feeling really down or something, maybe listen to heavy metal. Maybe if you just want something to boost your ego, play some rap music. I know that's kind of stereotyping different genres, but I'm not going to list every single possibility that exists for these music genres, alright? I know that there's different levels, I guess. Not really sure to explain that. Different. Point being, I don't have that kind of time. Alright, next up we've got the Midnight Rider mount. This is a 50% speed mount, baby! I got this one from the Darkmoor Manor bundle. I don't like the way the wizard looks when driving it. I don't like the fact that it's 50%, that it has 50%, that it has 50% speed is the main reason that I really like this mount. And honestly, I wouldn't have bought the bundle just for the mount. I bought the bundle because the castle that comes with the bundle, the Darkmoor Manor, has a giant playable instrument in it that I needed to obtain for my playable instrument collection. And that's a thing I have to... I collect everything. Alright, if it exists in this game, I'd probably get a collection for it. Point being, I didn't get the bundle just for this mount, though the mount was a nice little bonus. I might have a 50% speed mount collection in the future, who knows? This would be more like a sub-collection, like a collection of a, or from a collection. Anyways, the way that the wizard leans in the mount, though, I don't like that. Like, it just... Look at my head when I ride this mount. What is my wizard doing? Tell me that doesn't look ridiculous. That looks painful, actually. Alright, next up, we've got some mixed candy canes. Those are 1 day, but we have a permanent version, too. This one I got, like, years ago when it was first released in the first freaking Christmas pack ever. And I got it. And I was happy. That was a happy slappy pack. Yeah. Personally, I would not ride this unless it was Christmas. Because when it's Christmas, I can make some exceptions. Everything doesn't have to match, because nothing in Christmas ever matches. There's colors everywhere, and none of them ever make any sense. So, perfect time of year to do that. Alright, going down, we got the Moonlight Pony. Now this mount, I'm not sure where I got this. I do remember obtaining this mount, but I don't remember where. This isn't anything like the Blue Fairy Wings, but this is more like the Crocagator mount. Anyways, I like the fact that it's got the little moon on the back. It's got some stars around the moon, and you know, just it's got that nice little glare, that little shine there, and it's got a freaking mohawk. My horse has a mohawk. My horse is a badass. Alright, it has a mohawk. Moving on, that's all that needs to be said. It has a mohawk. I would never ride it. It's got a mohawk. Penny Farthing. I just got this one yesterday. I'm not sure what to think about this mount. It's a little bicycle. A little bicycle mount. Kind of adorable, actually. And it puffs smoke. Okay, so whenever I look at this mount, I like the fact that when you ride it, your wizard kind of... It does that. So even if you, like, straighten the freaking screen, your wizard can still just completely change direction. Because the bike's making that weird motion. Or it looks like it's changing direction. It's got, I guess it's more of an illusion, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's an illusion, but it looks like it's going, like it's slowly turning off to the side. In reality, it's just doing what you do when you ride a bike. You kind of rock your bike to the left, rock it to the right, rock it to the left a little bit more, rock it to the right a bit more. Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, but I do like the way this mount looks. If it was purple and yellow, I would totally use this. But it's not. So it's a no-go. I might use it like on Halloween. This would be a really nice Halloween mount. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna skip the 1 day pink candy cane. We got a permanent pink candy cane, guys. Permanent pink candy cane, y'all. Breast Cancer Awareness Day is definitely not today, but nonetheless, say hello to the pink candy cane mount. Because pink is cool, guys. Pink is cool. sadly it does not match the color of my gear, so I will not be wearing it unless there is a holiday that requires me to wear pink. Maybe like Valentine's Day I would do it. But then again, I feel like the bells on the end would kind of ruin that. It's stupid to wear it on Valentine's Day. Anyways, it's kind of a slightly more irrelevant mount. The Proud Lion, I like this mount. I like it for the same reason I like the Bengal Tiger. Although, personally, I would use this mount any day over the Bengal Tiger. Because, look at that alpha haircut, yo. Look at that alpha haircut. You know this one. I was about to say a really bad word. You know this guy is the alpha of his, Lion Pride. There we go. I just realized it's called the Proud Lion. Wow. How did I not know that in the first? Anyways, I like the way it looks. It's got kind of a celebrity haircut going on there, and it's got a beard. The lion has a beard, y'all. The lion has a beard. What are we gonna do? Also, it doesn't look like it just wants to tear everyone to bits. It's got really nice looking eyes. So like, come on guys, let's sit down and play some Xbox. I mean, I'm a really nice dude. Come on, I got that haircut and everything. I'll just stretching. Just stretching. Done with it. Alright, next up we've got the Sabertooth Tiger mount. OMG. I actually bought this one with crowns like a year ago. It's awesome because it's a Sabertooth Tiger. It's all it needs to be said. It's got 40% speed. I don't like the way it looks when I ride it for the same reason that I don't like the way it looks when you ride the other Tiger mount of the same size and slightly similar breed, just different colors. Yeah, no, it just doesn't work, you know. It is cool that it's a Sabertooth, Sabertooth Tiger. I might use it if I had a balance. Well, I do have a balance, but honestly this mount would not work for him because my balance wizard wears a little hood to cover his head, so he kind of has a similar style going to my storm wizard, except instead of the little cap, he's got a hood over his head. But he's still got a cape, and he's got similar boots and all that, so it really wouldn't work. And his gear's white, not brown or yellow. Brown and yellow, brown and yellow. Next up, we've got the Shinobi Dragon, also a 2-person mount. This one you get from a bundle. You get it from the bundle that gives you the little portable arena. The Mushi bundle. You can actually still order it online. It's still available. So this one's not retired or anything. Really big mount, really long, really thin though, so it's take a lot of space for the most part. There are a few complaints I have about this mount. The fact that our wizard is like way the heck up there. I feel like if they moved him down the neck just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, like from where he is, move him like halfway down from the end of the head to the beginning of this leg right here. If you did that, it would be perfect. But the way it looks right now, it looks kind of silly. Yeah. Anyways, next mount that we've got is the Snow Ram. Now, I obtained this mount from Strybog after years and years and years and years of excavating his cave and farming his friends. Honestly, it wasn't that long, but, 2-3 days, and I finally got this one. I mean, it's pretty original mount, typical, got really big horns, and it's been around since the beginning of Wizard101. Well, no, it hasn't, but it's been around for a really, really long time. I think there was a period of time in Wizard101 where there weren't any mounts to begin with, so like 2008, 2009, I don't think there were any mounts. You had to kind of run around the entire spiral on foot. I feel like that would be really painful. Anyways, yeah, so this is my little Snow Ram. It's kind of boring. He's boring and elegant at the same time. He doesn't take insults very lightly. I think I hurt his feelings, guys. Alright, well we're gonna kind of put him off to the side. I hurt his feelings. I have to let him cry in the corner for a bit, or he'll get really upset at me. This is the Snow Hopper Sleigh. It's a 1-day mount. To be honest, I kind of do wish I had the permanent version of this, because if I did, I would totally ride it around the spiral. That is awesome. It doesn't match my gear, but I like the idea of two little cute, adorable bunny rabbits pulling me around in the sleigh. That is awesome. Whoever, I don't know who at KI came up with that idea, but they need a raise. All the other people making, you know, $120,000 a year, that guy needs to be making 200 grand. I know that's probably way above his pay grade, but he needs like an epic raise, guys. This is genius. It's simple and genius. Alright. The next one is the Storm Rider hair mount. Now, this mount right here is my baby. This is my baby. I don't remember where I got my baby, but this is my baby. He hops around. And it's perfect because it's Easter, right? Or it's almost Easter right now, so I don't know why I'm not riding around. In fact, you know what? I'm going to switch to this mount for a while. I'm going to be riding around my bunny rabbit. And all of my next few videos, I'm going to be on a freaking bunny. That's right, y'all. Bunny power. Bunny power. It looks like a rainbow. Like, if it wasn't Easter, I'm sorry, I would not ride this mount because, again, it doesn't match my wizard. It's such a sad story because there's so many really cool mounts out there, but they don't match the way my wizard looks. And a lot of them don't allow me to show my wand as I'm riding around, and the fact that I have that really long staff, the amaranthine staff, I feel like being able to show it makes my wizard... You know, I kind of want to be like that evil sorcerer that everyone talks about in movies like freaking Gandalf or something. That's me, I'm Gandalf. Alright, the next one is gonna be the Stormy Flying Carpet. I bought this like 2 days ago because it's a storm. Actually, I don't know. I mean, this, if I didn't want to ride my, what is it, my little magic carpet, I might change it to this one because it's got the storm symbol in the middle. And to be honest, it doesn't look terrible for my wizard. Like, it actually looks pretty cool. I like the little swirls on the magic carpet because it makes it look makes it look really mystical, and this one looks more mechanized, I guess. But then again, I guess it is kind of the entire point of Storm. It's more modern, you know. A lot of the, if you have ever read the introduction to the Storm School, all of the people that are listed as like secret Storm Wizards are like freaking inventors and stuff, like Albert Einstein and all that. You're just like, oh lord. And then what was it? Benjamin Franklin, I think, was one of them too. I found that funny because he wasn't technically an inventor. He wasn't much of an inventor. All right, he did like discover things, and I know he kind of played around with stuff, but I mean, he didn't really invent anything of really big importance. Don't get me wrong, he helped invent stuff, but I'm not sure if he actually... maybe I need to catch up on my history. Who knows? I know that the whole story is like he attached a key or something to a kite, or something along those lines. Lightning struck it, killed him, but hey, electricity. What's up, y'all? What's up? Anyways, next up, my history is probably terrible in that specific area. I've always been more of a theological history person. Like, I've always really liked mythology. Love mythology. Cryptozoology, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's like the study of things like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. Personally, I'm not a big believer in them, but the stories are just amazing. There are some pretty epic stories out there. I don't know, like the Easter Island heads, that kind of stuff. Occasionally conspiracy theories, I don't actually believe most of them, but like whenever they start getting into like mystical territory, you know, like demonic possession and stuff. Again, not a big believer, but at the same time, it's really cool to hear about. There's like, oh my god, demons. Oh, yeah. Insidious. Honestly, I do like the movie Insidious. I'm sorry guys, if there's any of you who don't like that movie, go away. Alright, leave me alone, don't talk to me. No, I'm joking, you guys are good, you're good. I just really like that movie. Alright. I guess it's a series now, because they've got, what, 4 movies? I hope they make a 5th, because they are, at this point, they've left a lot of plot holes, and it's just driving me nuts. Alright, the Tiki Wave Riders, the next one. I got this from a pack, obviously. Whenever I got them out, again, this is one of the ones that I was really surprised. But at the same time, I wasn't, because I had tried to get this mount for so long. It was... I don't know, I guess any kind of idea, any kind of feeling of surprise that I would have ever gotten was kind of worn down at that point. I'd kind of used it all up a little too quick. So I got it. I was like, oh, look at that. That's cool. Alright, put it back into my backpack. Because, honestly, it's not like I can use this. It doesn't look good on my wizard. I don't like the way that my wizard stands on it. My wizard does not look anything like a surfer. That's for sure. It looks like my wizard's ready to go to the ballroom dance or something. I mean, not to the beach. Alright, next view, we've got the... What do we got? The TRex. T-Rex, y'all. We got a T-Rex. Got the big boy in the... Oh! This one came with one of my favorite ever bundles, and this was also, I think, the first bundle I ever actually got. It was the Dino bundle, and it had the Pyramid of the Lost Horizon, and I really freaking love this bundle, because the Pyramid is so big, it's ginormous, and then the fact that there's, like, a secret freaking hidden cavern under the freaking castle is just epic. It's amazing. I love it. My favorite castle in the entire game. I love that castle so much. I love the Aztecan design. Again, I'm really big into theological history. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's called, but whenever you start tossing some Aztecan stuff in there, whoa, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I feel like a god in the temple, alright? It's so cool. I love that place. I turned it into like a temple palace. Ooh, I love that castle. Sorry, I went absolutely crazy there. As for the mount itself, I'm not a big fan of. I do like the fact that I'm riding around on the T-Rex. It is a two-person mount, but my T-Rex is smiling. And it looks super cartoonish. Its head is way too big, and my T-Rex is smiling. And its head is always turned off to the side. I don't know why. Like, what are you looking at? Look forward. You're gonna get us in a car wreck, yo. Alright, next up we've got the Chestnut. I already did that one. We already did that one. Where am I going? Where am I? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Alright, we've got the Wolf of the Winter. I've got two 7-day versions of that, but I don't have a permanent version. I do like the way that the mount looks, but I feel like, especially with the way that my wizard is holding on to the saddle, I know for a fact it would look stupid when I'm riding it. So that would not be a very good choice. Personally, I mean, if my wizard wasn't holding it like that, and I know for a fact that my wizard would look stupid riding it, maybe if he was like leaning forward like he does on all the lions and the Bengal Tiger and stuff, I really like the way the wizard rides those mounts. If he was doing that on this one, I could bring myself to ignore the fact that the colors don't match, because the purple and yellow or the purple and gold on the white and kind of bronzish color, they don't go against each other. They don't match, but they also don't fight each other. You know, it looks alright. It looks decent. And also, while my wizard is wearing a little ballroom hat, a little ballroom suit, he's got armored boots on. So, and they do have a bit of bronze on them to match the mount. Moving on, we've got the yellow candy cane mount. Now this is a permanent mount. Again, it's just a different color of the other candy cane mounts. It's yellow. I would never ride this ever, unless it was like Big Bird Day or something. And even then, I'd prefer to ride something else. But this is a thing. It's yellow. I have it. It's permanent. 40% speed. Blah, blah, blah. I don't like it. Moving on. Alright, we've got the Yuletide Stag, and this is a 1-day temporary mount, 20%, not going to be used until I have a permanent version. Maybe one of these days I'll delete it when I get a permanent version if I haven't used it by then. It's a Christmas mount, and it looks cool, but the way that my wizard sits on it looks stupid. And the fact that my wizard kind of has to look around its neck like, hey, yo, your head's too big, bruh. Like, no, not really interested. Alright, now we do have a few more mounts, but these are kind of spread throughout some of my wizards, so we're gonna have to do a bit of exploring on my account to figure out where I have them. I probably should start moving them all to this wizard, since I don't actually use any of my other wizards. They're there more or less for account decoration. Except for my balance wizard, I occasionally use that because it's actually got a purpose. And then the rest are basically treasure card storage. That's how embarrassing they are. That's how humiliating it is. They're not much of decoration either. A lot of them don't even have a decent gear. They don't even have decent gear. They don't have a decent style. You know, they're garbage. They're garbage. They are garbage. They are the definition. They are what you see, the image next to the word garbage. They are the image that the Webster's Dictionary uses to help people learn what the word garbage means. That was a bit harsh. Alright, right here we've got my baby. We have my baby. This is my BBs. My Storm Whirlwind. It is my BBs because I crafted my BBs, and it took me a lot of crafting work from my BBs. It's my BBs. I know I keep my BBs in a giant stone/metal gate or cage, but my BBs have some fresh air. And my BBs isn't a zoo. He's my zoo animal. My zoo animal / BBs. To keep him safe though, he has to be in this little cage because my BBs would be destroying the world if he wasn't. Alright, like look at that lightning and that thunder. You know he. I was about to quote a freaking Imagine Dragons song. I'm done with myself. Moving on, we're gonna go to one of my other wizards. Time to begin the exploration. My account. 51-minute video for 7 pages worth of mounts. Yes! So, my balance wizard is only level 111. Yeah. I think he's in Mirage now. It took me a while to actually get him in Mirage, because I didn't want to put any effort into it. I'm slightly lazy when it comes to that. So apparently I've got some temporary mounts in this one too. I've got green candy canes and orange fairy wings. The permanent mount that I have on here though, one of the ones that I think I've shown in one of my previous videos, not sure, but I'm sure that that statement was going nowhere. Anyways, it gives 2% universal damage and 40% speed. The whale looks like he's high. He looks like he just smoked a nice little joint. It's like, life's good, bro, life's good, and take a quick nap, and get some munchies, you got any chips, bro, you got any Doritos, Fritos, I mean, Frito pie, Fritos, and Frito pie, what you got? You got some food for me, yo? Some peanuts, maybe? Anyways, he's just having a good time wearing his freaking battle armor, I mean, come on. This is one pimped out ride, bro. He's got that little stabby on the front. Yeah. This is my battle Norwal. I feel like a battle Norwal that just smoked a joint would be completely useless, but who knows? Alright, we're gonna go look for. Oh lord, I have one more mount that I have to show you guys, and a lot of you have already seen this. In fact, I think I've used it in previous videos, and you'll see this specific mount being used by a lot of other players for one reason in particular. It has 50% speed! Yeah! It goes fast! Feel the wind in your hair! It's definitely not on this wizard. I don't know why it would be. I haven't used this wizard in years. Moving on! Okay, let's check my death wizard. Probably on my death wizard. Either that or my life wizard. Or my fire wizard. Or it's on one of my wizards, yo. Well, oh, that's not the mount that I was talking about, but apparently I do have a mount on this one. And I have a 15-day camel mount too. That's nice. But I have a chestnut pony. There's the completely pissed off looking pony. Happy, smiling from one angle. Freaking car dealership dude. And frowning and pissed off from another angle. Like someone just shoved something up his. Moving on. Alright, let's check my life wizard. Probably him. He's level 28 and he's a Marleybone. I'm sure that it's gotta be on my life wizard. Yeah, there he is. Figures that I wouldn't ever travel through Marleybone without a mount that goes really, really fast. Oh, I have a one-day dromedary. Why do I have so many camels? Why do I have so many freaking camels? Why do I have a camel infestation on my account? What? Why? Oh lord. I can't get rid of them, they're everywhere. Exterminate. Oh lord. Okay, so we got the Road Warriors Chopper. It's a permanent mount plus 50% speed. perfect for the Marleybonian environment of making you travel around for an hour to get to one boss. Not to mention the fact that if you're in Marleybone, not only are you going really long distances, but you're going to get caught in a battle every 3 seconds. I'm not kidding, every 3 seconds. You think I'm kidding? Give it a shot, give it a try. I double dog dare you. Every 3 seconds, you're going to be fighting some cat, rat, or dog on the side of the road. And you're going to feel absolutely humiliated when you're a low level and they kick your butt because you're going so loud. Honestly though, Marleybone, as far as the battles go, it's not that hard. You probably won't die as long as you're decent at the game. If you're a new player, you're gonna. If you've had a max level and you've had to solo some of those bosses in Chrysalis and Polaris, well, Polaris is easy, Chrysalis and Mirage and places like that, you've had to solo a few of those a couple of times, you're good. You know, you kind of know how to hold your own, pack some shields, you're good to go. Alright. Anyways, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, be sure to comment, and be sure to subscribe for more amazing content. Hope you enjoyed my hour-long. I know, if you've made it this far, I applaud you. I applaud you. If you've made it this far in the video, I am actually clapping for you. Like, you're a freaking professional YouTube watcher. Alright? You are good at what you do. Keep up the good work. Alright? Keep up the good work. See you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a good night, morning, evening, whatever time it is, whatever place you're in. See ya later.